Goedemorgen, good morning, my dear viewers. So our journey is about to end, and I want to talk to you about how to prep your vehicle, or what do you really need to cross the Spanish Pyrenees. And to be frankly honest, you don't need a lot. So stay tuned for my tips. Well, I would suggest that would be the bare minimum, would be some all-terrain tires. Do you really need them? Not really. I've seen the locals drive here with street tires, even with normal cars. But be aware, if you plan to do the Trans-Pyrenees, it's at least 1000 kilometers. You would wreck your vehicle, it will be uncomfortable. So the bare minimum, my suggestion would be decent off-road tires. Gas or a Coleman fuel stove, something to cook on, is absolutely necessary, because at this time there's a complete fire ban due to the drought. Drought. Yeah, I said it correctly, didn't I? So have a way to just prepare your food, I would say. Yeah, the second thing I would suggest is a fridge to keep stuff cold, like your beer, because there's not always water nearby. And it does get pretty hot in the car. I do not have that yet, so we are limited to a lot of dry food, spaghetti, noodles, stuff that comes in a can. And actually you can cook very well with it, but it's kind of unfortunate because we brought our Dutch oven. We haven't used it. We've been a month away now. Not one campfire. It's the first time in my life with no campfires at all. So that's different, but okay, it works. Something to sleep in. It's a rainy day in the mountains, I would say. Rainy day in the mountains, what I say. Well, if you're in a natural park, 9 out of 10 you're not allowed to camp there. 10 out of 10 you're not allowed to camp there. If they catch you, you may get a fine, or they might send you away. We've been camping, wild camping, for a month. We camped at a refuge once because it was the start of a hiking trail. It was not so expensive. It was I guess €4 per person and €3 for the car, so we paid about €11, and that's it for the whole trip. So something to sleep in. The law allows you to overnight. That means that it's not allowed to stay 2 days in one place and just leave your base camp and you just hang around and have some fun. That's illegal. What is legal is when you arrive in the evening, and the sun sets quite fast. You build up your camp, you make food, you relax, you enjoy. You go to sleep, you wake up, take your coffee, grab your stuff and get the heck out of there. You will not have any issues. So that is pretty cool, I must say. An absolute must-have is a garbage bag. You will not believe how clean nature is here. How much respect that the locals and the tourists and the hikers and the bikers and the 4x4 community have for this nature. It's really one of the cleanest trips I've ever done in my life. It's amazing. You can compare it to Sweden. You will not find any debris anywhere. And if you find some, it's easy to put it in the bag, yeah? So keep it clean so we can keep enjoying this nature, because it's really awesome. And that's actually it. So what did I not need? I did not need my snorkel. I did not need a winch. I didn't even use my tread plates. It's dry, there's enough of grip on the trails. The trails are really easy to drive on. They're really enjoyable. They're not technical. You might have one or two sections that are more technical, and they're quite fun as well. But in general, most of the 4x4 tracks are easy to drive in any kind of 4x4. And again, I've seen people, locals on this trail, with Citroën Berlingo or Volkswagen minivan. At one time I was driving to a top of 2,400 meters altitude, and I said to Sophie, like, no people go up here. I think the road is too difficult. And when I came up there, there was a bloody Fiat Panda 4x4 standing right next to the road. So I mean, any kind of vehicle, if you're a good driver and you don't rev up your engine, you take your time to enjoy, no problem at all. For a beginning 4x4 enthusiast like myself, this is my first time really enjoying the mountains with my 4x4. It's doable. It's really a good place to start, to have some amazing views. Check out my Instagram for the pictures, and just have some fun, you know. It's really an amazing place to visit. A tip for guys and girls who go out with their dog: the parts in the Catalonia and the High Pyrenees, you don't really have to be careful about sheep herders. Just keep your dog away from their sheep and their cows, because they're everywhere, and their goats as well. But I've heard that once you go into Baskenland, which we are planning to do right now, you should be aware that they have these herding dogs, and they're quite big dogs, and they are ferocious. They walk between the sheep, and they only have one job to do, and that's protect the sheep against wolves or any other canine or any other threats. Lana had an issue with this kind of dog last year in Montenegro, where we were staying on sheep herders' grounds. We had permission. What the fuck? My GoPro just died. So again, watch out with the sheep herders' dog. They are trained to kill, and Lana had an accident with one, and that was a serious injury. But she survived. She's okay. She's back on the trail. So be very aware that once you enter Baskenland, that the sheep are most of the time accompanied by these herding dogs, and they're aggressive. So stay away from there. Keep your dog short, and make sure you're able to protect your dog, because these dogs, they just leave the pack, they come for your dog, and he's coming to kill. So he's not coming to play around or say hello. So be aware of that. So actually, guys, you don't need a lot. You don't need a heavy equipped vehicle. You don't need tons of water or gas. So actually, this is really perfect to start. This is a great place for starting. I must admit, for myself, since I have this vehicle, it's a Toyota Land Cruiser 120, I'm still sitting on my hunger. The trails were not technical enough for me. I hoped there would be some more steep. What, Flanglish?
Sitting on my hunger.
I'm sitting on my hunger.
That is just
so it means, yeah, this is Flanglish. So this is a combination of Flemish, my language, and English.
Sitting on my hunger.
I'm sitting on my hunger. It means I'm not satisfied yet with what we have done. No real river crossings, no real steep inclines or declines. The technicality of the trails could be heavier, but for overlanding, perfect. Just enjoying time, being out in nature, seeing great places. But I hope this video might encourage you to come and see the Spanish Pyrenees. It amazed us. We didn't expect to see these kind of beautiful views. For the rest, I don't think I have anything to add. If you have any questions about this trip, please let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you feel like. And check out my Instagram, Becoming Wild Man, for some of my beautiful shots that I took during this journey. And I would say go out, have fun, drop that tired pressure, and get on the road, or off the road, huh? See ya!